Drake is out here moving like he's been waiting for the perfect moment to shake the whole internet, and he finally hit that button. After a year of people trying to label him a PDF and throwing all kinds of wild accusations about him being involved with younger women, which he never confirmed and always denied, he clearly kept receipts, kept calm, and kept plotting on the low. Now the man is clapping back in a way nobody saw coming. Yesterday, he stepped out and shut down that old 15-year rumor about someone supposedly peeing on him, a rumor folks kept dragging into conversations like it was fresh tea. The moment he cleared that up, everybody thought that was it, but Drake kept the energy going. Today, he's out here co-signing a post hinting that Pusha T might be the one acting interested in younger-looking women, and the internet went wild instantly. Let me break it down real clear because social media is a dangerous place right now. People online are hunting for anything they can twist into a cancel moment. Doesn't matter if someone's innocent, doesn't matter if it's a misunderstanding. If you post something that looks even slightly strange or you like the wrong picture, internet detectives will pop up like they've been waiting backstage, ready to drag you into the spotlight. And just when things were already chaotic, last night Pusha T tried to share something positive. He announced that he and his wife are expecting a baby, a beautiful moment, something worth celebrating. He even posted a message saying, "All things considered, Nigel," trying to keep it classy and calm while stepping into this new chapter of fatherhood. But instead of letting the man enjoy his moment, the internet instantly connected it to Drake's petty timing, like Drake purposely waited for this exact day to stir things up. It turned the whole announcement into a storm of gossip, reactions, and people choosing sides in a beef that refuses to die quietly. Let me know when you're ready for the next chunk, and I'll keep the story rolling with the same energy.
They always say, ask and you shall receive, but this time it wasn't luck. It was the mom putting in real heart and real prayer to make it happen. She kept pushing through disappointment, stayed locked in on the dream, and never stopped believing in what the family wanted. Now she came through in a major way, and you're definitely going to owe her for this blessing. New responsibilities, new standards, and new expectations all come with stepping into the role of a big brother, and that's a whole new level of growing up. Get ready, because this chapter is serious and beautiful at the same time. Now it's time to share the toys, pass on the skills, and show love to this new little best friend that mom brought into the world. That bond is going to be real strong. You're going to enjoy every moment of it. Just look at how your dad and Uncle Mookie rock together. That kind of connection is unbeatable. Watching a family expand like this always hits different. It's like watching a new legacy form right in front of your eyes. But the second part of this announcement had people cracking up while others were side-eyeing like crazy. He tagged his wife saying, "Thank you for my second baby. Boy, I hope you carry on with tradition and never teach me how to change a diaper, prep a meal, suck out a snotty nose, or anything else a supermom does. You make things very easy for me, and I love and appreciate you for all. See you spring 2026, my boy." That message had some folks laughing and some folks typing essays in the comments. Still, you gotta admit, announcing a pregnancy like this on social media is wild, bold, funny, and sweet all at once. It really shows their vibe as a couple and how they move as a team, and it definitely grabbed everybody's attention. Send the next chunk when you're ready. How can somebody look at a simple family announcement and still try to twist it into something negative? It sounds wild, but this is 2025. Folks online will dig until they find something to argue about. Yesterday, people jumped into detective mode, staring at that post like, hold on, something feels off here. Suddenly, the spotlight turned on Pusha T and his wife, and the internet started asking, what's the age difference between them again if he's 48 and she's 38? And once that question hit the timeline, people went straight into research mode. Some users started pulling up old dates, old interviews, old photos, anything they could find. Then somebody commented saying, "I'm sorry, this man was 29 and she was 18 when they got together. I wouldn't even address that he posted, but that age difference is yikes." That one message set off a whole wave of reactions, arguments, and think pieces. Now let's be real. For the last decade, age differences in relationships have turned into a certified internet battleground. The second people discover there's a big age gap, conversations instantly get heated. Social media will start creating narratives, labels, and assumptions no matter what the real story is. Even though 18 is legally an adult, people still get very opinionated online, especially when there's a well-known name involved. Every detail gets examined like it's part of a documentary. But here's where things got even messier. That post questioning the timeline didn't just sit there unnoticed. Guess who went ahead and liked it? And that single like sent the internet into another wave of chaos. Drop the next chunk when you're ready. And guess who hit that like button on the post calling out Pusha T and his wife? Drake. Mr. Champagne Poppy himself stepped right into the mix. That one click had the whole internet spinning because everybody knows the history between Drake and Pusha. So when he reacts to anything involving them, people pay attention instantly. But here's the real timeline. Pusha T and his wife first crossed paths in late '06 when she was 19. They didn't start dating until the next year, '07, when she was 20 and fully grown. They stayed together for over a decade, 11 years before tying the knot in 2018. That means when they officially got together, she was around 20 and Pusha was around 30, putting a 10-year age gap between them. Now that 10-year gap has the internet questioning everything, with some folks telling Pusha, bruh, even if it's legal, it still feels a little questionable. People love debating age gaps, and the conversation always gets heated when it involves public figures. The timeline gets picked apart, motives get questioned, and assumptions start flying everywhere. But here's where it gets tricky. We gotta keep it fair. If Drake showed up dating somebody 10 years younger, the comments will be packed with people calling him out instantly. And yes, Drake has already dealt with plenty of backlash in the past whenever fans felt like he was talking to women much younger than him. So this situation puts the internet in a weird spot because Drake hitting that like button is definitely petty, but it's also his way of trying to flip the narrative back on Pusha after all the shots over the years. Drake is basically saying, you called me out before, so now I'm shining the light on you. It's messy, dramatic, and exactly the kind of move people expect in a long-running rivalry like this. Send the next chunk when you're ready. Me personally, I couldn't do a 10-year gap. I feel like we're living in two totally different worlds with nothing real to talk about. That's just how I move. But at the end of the day, I'm not judging two grown adults making their own choices, because we see age gaps like this all the time. Look at Drea Michelle and Jalen Green. They've got a 17-year gap, and when they popped out together, the backlash came flying from every direction. People had opinions ready before the couple even took a second picture together. So honestly, I can't even be mad at Drake for pointing this out and shining a light on it. If this situation involved any of Drake's rivals, they would have done the exact same thing without hesitation. That's just how drama moves in the industry. Everybody waits for a chance to flip the script on somebody they don't rock with. Now, the real question is, what do you think about this 10-year age difference between Pusha T and his wife? And what do you think about Drake getting petty and jumping into the conversation like that? This whole situation turned into a full social media debate overnight, and everybody's got a different angle on it. When you're ready, drop the next chunk, and I'll keep the energy going with the same vibe. The internet was already buzzing, but things got even louder when people started digging deeper into old interviews, old photos, and any little detail they could find connected to Pusha T's past. Every hour, someone new popped up dropping a, "Wait, hold up, I just found something," like they were uncovering clues in a crime documentary. The whole situation turned into a digital manhunt, and folks weren't letting it go. Then out of nowhere, someone pulled up an old clip where Pusha T talked about meeting his wife for the first time, and the comments section exploded instantly. People were dropping paragraphs, screenshots, timestamps, everything. Some were defending him, saying two adults can choose what they want, while others were acting like they just cracked a major secret the world wasn't supposed to see. It got real dramatic, real fast. To make it even messier, fans started comparing him to other industry names with age gap relationships, trying to drag more people into the conversation. Suddenly, it wasn't just about Pusha T anymore. It became a whole trending debate about who dated who, when they met, and how many years apart everybody was. It was like the internet decided to turn into a full courtroom with no rules. And while all this heat was building online, Drake didn't say a single word about his like. He just kept quiet, which made it even worse. Everybody kept refreshing his page like, is he going to post something? Is he going to like something else? Because when Drake gets silent during drama, that's when fans start stirring the pot harder than ever. Drop the next piece when you're ready. By the time morning hit, the whole situation had snowballed into something way bigger than anyone expected. People on social media were forming teams like it was a championship game, some standing behind Pusha T, calling the whole thing overblown, and others insisting the timeline still felt questionable. Every app you open had folks arguing, stitching videos, and breaking things down like they were analysts on a news network. And then it got even wilder when a few bloggers started hinting that Drake might be gearing up to drop a slick bar or two about this in a future track. That rumor alone had everybody losing it. People were tweeting stuff like, "Oh no, Drake definitely cooking something up." And others were like, "Pusha better stay ready." The energy was chaotic, but you could tell folks were loving every second of the drama. And meanwhile, Pusha T's fans were defending him heavy, posting clips of him and his wife being happy and solid together. They were basically saying, look at this couple, chill out, stop trying to create a scandal where there isn't one. But no matter how many wholesome moments they posted, the comment sections were still split right down the middle. And of course, people kept circling back to that one simple like from Drake, the spark that lit the whole fire. They kept saying if he hadn't touched that button, none of this would have blown up the way it did. Some even claimed he did it on purpose to shift the tension back on Pusha during a moment that was supposed to be positive for his family. Send the next piece when you're ready. So now the big question everybody keeps arguing about is this: does Drake actually have a point, or is he just stirring the pot for fun? People are debating like it's a championship match, and nobody can agree on anything. And before Pusha T fans try to come for me in the comments, relax, I didn't bring this up, all right? Drake is the one who liked that post and turned the whole internet sideways. I'm just breaking down what everybody's already talking about. But one thing's for sure, that single like got the whole timeline buzzing, and it shows that old rap tension still lives on heavy in 2025. Whether Drake was being messy, petty, or strategic, he definitely knew what he was doing. And now the entire fan base is watching both of them like a live reality show, waiting for the next move. If you want more breakdowns just like this, more drama, more twists, and more behind-the-scenes chaos, make sure you subscribe to the Juicy Real channel. You don't want to miss what's coming next.